The elusive strategies on creating wealth don't have to be so elusive after all. One of the main pillars of wealth building is creating flows of income. There are several types of flows of income, but one of the easiest forms of income is something called dividend income. Dividend income is created by consistent and methodical investments over time that can create substantial recurring income over the long term. But patience is key, along with having the right vehicle and strategies to create wealth and retire early using dividend investing. One of the vehicles that should be used to acquire dividend stocks is a stock trading app called Robinhood. In this video, I will discuss how you can use the stock trading app called Robinhood to not only purchase and sell shares of dividend stocks commission-free, but now you can also purchase something called fractional shares of companies for as little as $1. Thus being able to invest in companies whose shares are worth $1,000 or more for as little as $1, giving you the opportunity to create even more wealth via capital gains and dividend income. Get ready, you are now entering the Academy. First, let's start off with dividend income. Dividend income is one of the 7 main flows of income millionaires use to create wealth. What are dividends? A dividend is a payment made by a corporation to its shareholders, usually as a distribution of profits. When a corporation earns a profit or surplus, the corporation is able to reinvest the profit in the business and pay a proportion of the profit as a dividend to shareholders, also referred to as dividend income. Not all companies offer dividends. Dividend yield represents the annual return that is expected to be paid out in dividends. So for example, a dividend yield of 4% represents an annual return on investment of 4%, broken up into quarterly payments, usually paid out every 3 months throughout the year. There are also companies that offer monthly dividends. Although it is taxed as regular income, dividend income can be scaled into a substantial income-producing asset for your personal portfolio. Through careful planning and diligent investment of capital, as well as reinvestment of dividends, one can create a dividend income stream that can provide substantial income even to cover everyday expenditures. Another principle that is important for the savvy investor looking to create wealth is dollar cost averaging, which is a strategy that allows an investor to buy the same dollar amount of an investment on regular intervals. The purchases occur regardless of the asset's price. As the price of the stock drops, dollar cost averaging allows an investor to purchase more shares at the same dollar amount. And as the price goes up, purchases are for less shares at the same dollar amount. Consistent dollar cost averaging is the key to increasing positions in a portfolio over time, thus increasing the value of an undervalued and underappreciated stock. This formula creates maximum potential for returns and gains, building up a position of a stock while it's undervalued and waiting for it to appreciate to gain big profits. In the meantime, while waiting, a nice dividend is collected from the company. The final principle that is important to the savvy investor is dividend reinvestment, which is the process of reinvesting dividends paid out by each stock either back into the same stock or into another underperforming stock to dollar cost average your position into that stock or a group of stocks. Many companies provide a dividend reinvestment program or dividend reinvestment plan, also called DRIP, in which the investor does not receive quarterly dividends directly as cash. Instead, the investor's dividends are directly reinvested in the underlying equity. However, nowadays, with free stock trading apps such as Robinhood, investors can now purchase and reinvest dividends commission-free, allowing them to reinvest the dividends in a more strategic and value-based method. And with the new added features recently announced by Robinhood, which include fractional shares, dividend reinvestment, and auto-scheduled investments, investors can choose to manually invest the dividends into other stocks that are underperforming or automatically reinvest dividends into the same companies that pay them out, giving them full flexibility and freedom for how they want to invest their cash to make their profits and portfolio grow. Dividend reinvestment is one of the key strategies when talking about the dividend income flow model, as this allows for a compounding effect where a portfolio's value can go up quite significantly over time. The stock trading app Robinhood recently rolled out a feature called fractional shares, which allows investors to buy stocks such as Amazon, ticker symbol AMZN, Apple, ticker symbol APPL, Walt Disney, ticker symbol DIS, or Berkshire Hathaway, ticker symbol BRK-A or BRK-B, and thousands of others for as little as $1. How this works is if a company's share, for example, costs $100 per share, you can invest as little as $1 and purchase 1/100th of one share of the stock. Robinhood purchases whole shares of these stocks and then subdivides them into the portion of fractional shares its users purchase. Dividends also get divided on the percentage of fractional shares one purchases. So for example, if you purchase $1 of a share of a company that costs $100 per share, then the dividend paid, let's say $5 per share, gets divided by 1/100th as well. So for a $1 fractional share, one would get paid 5 cents. Allowing for fractional shares gives the opportunity for investors to invest smaller amounts of cash, especially into companies they wouldn't normally be able to invest in unless they had accumulated hundreds or even thousands of dollars to purchase one share, which adds to new opportunities to amass wealth via capital gains and or dividends from these giant companies and funds. Now I will discuss a simple minimalist portfolio you can build using Robinhood to purchase whole or fractional shares with for as little as $1 per fund. The portfolio consists solely of ETFs, which are exchange traded funds for purposes of diversification and risk mitigation. For a minimalist portfolio, we have ticker symbol VTI or the Vanguard Total Market ETF, which is a large blend ETF consisting of large, mid, and small cap US focused stocks with an expense ratio of 0.03%. Each share of VTI currently costs $162.74. But with the new fractional shares feature in Robinhood, you can now purchase this fund for as little as $1 and still get paid dividends along the way. The ETF pays an average quarterly dividend of 1.7%, which is a great bonus in addition to being an appreciating asset that will grow over time. The next fund is VXUS, the Vanguard Total International Stock ETF, which is a large blend international ETF consisting of broad exposure across developed and emerging non-US equity markets with an expense ratio of 0.09%. VXUS current price is $56 per share. The ETF also pays an average quarterly dividend of 2.9%, adding an additional bonus to the investment portfolio. Finally, we have ticker symbol BND, which is the Vanguard Total Bond Market ETF with a dividend yield of 2.88% and a current price per share of $84. The total dividend yield of the portfolio is 2.62%, assuming the ETFs are equally weighed in the portfolio, each 33%. By placing more weight on VTI and VXUS, you can guarantee substantial growth for your portfolio over time by investing as little as $1 per fund using Robinhood. An optimal weighing of the portfolio would be something like 65% VTI, 25% VXUS, and 10% BND. Be sure to click on the link in the description to get signed up with Robinhood so you can use the portfolio mentioned previously to get started investing in this wealth-producing asset. And if you sign up now, you will receive one free stock, possibly totaling over $1,000 in value. So start investing in this wealth-producing portfolio now. By employing the strategies mentioned in this video, which include dollar cost averaging, dividend reinvestment, and diversification via index funds, you can create a low-risk dividend income flow that will appreciate over time and continue to pay income continuously for as little as investing $1 per fund. Through careful planning and diligent investment of capital, as well as reinvestment of dividends, one can create a dividend income stream that can provide substantial income, eventually covering everyday expenditures and beyond. The Robinhood stock trading app provides a great vehicle which allows for commission-free buying and selling of stocks, purchase of fractional shares, dividend reinvesting, and automatic investment features, thus providing a great way to create and grow a dividend income portfolio using the methods mentioned previously. Be sure to check out the links in the description to get started on creating your very own passive income producing asset and start your path toward financial independence. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed watching, don't forget to smash the like button. It will really help out the channel in showing you more wealth creation and passive income videos. And if you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe to the 10X Academy. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell to be alerted on more passive income strategy videos. This is the 10X Academy.